Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera. Good morning, everyone. Do you all hear my voices? You can respond me through the chat. If my voice is not really clear, then just let me know, okay? All right, thank you. So that, yes. Is it clear enough? Or I need to talk more loudly? All right, thank you. Well, for those who didn't join the class for the 8th meeting, I would like to introduce again about myself. My name is Taufan, and I'm going to be your tutor for the rest of the meeting, from meeting 8 until meeting 12. And the topic for today, we are going to have the sentence review. Now, we are going to try to write sentences, and for today, we are going to write on the sentence level, okay? All right. I hope that this part is running smooth. I mean, everybody gonna understand how to write sentence, how to write in English on sentence level, so that in the next meeting, it will support you to write better, okay? Is it okay if I'm using full in English? Or if you do not understand what I'm trying to say, just let me know, yeah? Through the chat, you can tell me, sir, please talk in Indonesia, I don't understand, that's okay. I'm going to switch between English to Indonesia, that's going to be okay. All right, now, every one of you has already got the material from, sorry, sir, I can't hear anything. Really? Somebody still cannot hear my voices? Okay. Would you try to level up your volume in your devices? It may be still down. Right. For today, I'm going to talk about sentence review. Well, yesterday you got your material and you probably also do the exercises, didn't you? How many of you have already done the exercises? Do you try yourself at home? Or you just read and think about something else? I hope that you already try it so that for the day we will know how far you are going. Okay? All right. I'm going to start the screen so that everybody will be able to discuss the material well. Okay. Right. I hope that every one of you has already seen the screen for our lesson on writing. This is chapter 1 and this is sentence review. Okay. So, how many percent you're understanding about this chapter? Have you already read it, or is just see it and just let it go? Or you will try to understand about this? Just let me know, yeah? We can have online interactions, we can have live interactions, live interactions through the chat. So please don't be hesitant. If you have something, you can just chat me. Okay. Siti Amalia, do you still hear my voice or not? Have you already heard my voice? Right? I hope that you are. Well, for the first part here, sentence review, we are going to talk a lot about sentences. We are going to try to write on sentence level ya. Jadi kita akan belajar untuk menulis dalam bahasa Inggris, tapi masih dalam level kalimat. Dan ini menjadi sangat penting menurut saya. This is going to be very important for me and for you because this is the foundations when you try to start to write. Okay, ketika saya akan belajar untuk menulis, menjadi sangat penting untuk mempelajari ini agar basicnya itu dapat dimengerti dan kemudian bisa diterapkan untuk level yang berikutnya. Right. Let's take a look now for the differences between phrases and clauses. Okay. Phrases and clause. A phrase is a group of two or more words that has no subject or verb. Look at the examples. A big blue tambourine, an amazingly fast animal. For a alkaline batteries. These are phrases. Ini adalah phrases. Di mana di dalam phrases itu tidak ada subject atau verbnya. Begitu ya. While a clause is a group of words that contain a subject and a verb. Sementara kalau clause itu ada subjeknya, ada verbnya. There are two kinds of clauses. Independent, also called main clauses, and dependent clauses, also called subordinate clauses. Jadi clause itu bentuknya ada dua macam. Yang pertama ada independent atau yang bisa berdiri sendiri, independent ya. Dia bisa berdiri sendiri tanpa membutuhkan klausa yang lain. Sementara yang satunya adalah subordinate clauses atau clause yang tidak bisa berdiri sendiri. Ketika dia berdiri sendiri, maka dia tidak mengekspresikan sebuah meaning atau arti ya. An independent clause is a complete sentence and can stand alone. A dependent clause is not a complete sentence and cannot stand alone. It must be connected to an independent clause in some way. Ya, jadi di sini tadi yang sudah saya jelaskan. Nah, kemudian dari dependent clauses itu dibagi menjadi tiga. Ada adverb clauses, ada adjective clauses, dan juga ada noun clauses. Let's take a look at for the adverb clauses. First, an adverb clause is a dependent clause that starts with subordinating conjunction. Ya, nanti di bawah sini kita akan bisa melihat conjunctionnya apa saja. Adverb clauses functions as adverb and modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs in an independent clause. It tells when, where, and why, how long, how, or how far. An adverb clause can be placed before or after the independent clause. If it is placed before the independent clause, a comma must be used to separate the two clauses. No comma is needed if the adverb clause is placed after the independent clause. Ini sangat penting. Ini juga basic yang sangat penting. Ketika kita menuliskan adverb clause-nya, ketika kita menuliskan adverb clause-nya itu di depannya main clause, maka kita akan membutuhkan sebuah koma. We need a comma when we write the adverb clause at the front. While there will be no comma, tidak dibutuhkan koma lagi ketika adverb clause-nya itu dituliskan di belakang. Di sini contohnya sangat jelas sekali. Whenever I take the bus to class, I always arrive late. Kapanpun saya naik bus untuk pergi ke sekolah, saya selalu terlambat untuk datang ke sekolah. Gitu ya. Atau ketika dibalik, adverb clause kita taruh di belakang, I always arrive at class late. whenever I take the bus. Saya selalu datang terlambat ke sekolah. Kapanpun saya naik bus. Jadi kalau saya naik bus, saya selalu datang terlambat. So, it is very clear, I think, the use of comma. Yeah, I hope that you all understand about this. Well, let's move to the adjective clause for now. An adjective clause, also called relative clause, is a dependent clause that begins with a relative pronoun who, whom, which, whose, or that. An adjective clause functions as an adjective and follows the noun or pronoun it modifies. It tells more about a person or thing. Let's take a look at the examples. Maria, who is in my class, drinks coffee every day. Maria, who is in my class, drinks coffee every day. This is the examples of an adjective clause, yeah? 3 professional athletes who are members of the Olympic swim team were arrested last night for disturbing the peace. Right. From the example, if you have any questions, you can just chat me, okay? I hope that this is going to be very clear, yeah? Okay. Now let's take a look at the use of the relative pronoun here, the following sentences. The word who and whom is used when referring to a people, yeah, or to a person. So we use who. The word which is used when referring to things, while the word that can be used to refer to people or things. So that can be more common for people, for both people or things. We can use that, okay? Now let's continue our discussions. Now we're going to discuss the noun clause. Noun clause is dependent clause that begins with the WH questions word. What, when, where, why, who, how, that, whether, and if. A noun clause can function as a subject, object, or complement. For example, here, I know that people have different opinions about capital punishment. Nah, di sini noun clause-nya berfungsi sebagai subjek. Sebagai objek ya. Okay. And the second example, I could be completely happy if I had a lot of money. Saya akan sangat bahagia jika saya memiliki uang banyak. Ya, di sini dia berfungsi sebagai komplement. Alright. Let's take a look at the next explanation. Clauses, whether independent or dependent, need to be joined together in some way to make the writing smooth and to make the relationship between the clauses clear. Okay, clauses are joined together with the use of clause connectors. There are 4 kinds of clause connectors: subordinating conjunction, coordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, and conjunctive adverbs. Okay, I got questions here, sir. Can you give me example for which and that? All right, I'm going to give you examples later on. Well, for now, I'm going to switch my screen with the Microsoft Word page. Hold on a second, please. I'm trying to switch for the Microsoft Word page. Everybody stand by. All right. I hope that all of you see my screen. Well, I'm going to make a little summarize what I have already explained before. That all right, it's okay. That we have clauses. I'm trying to make it bigger so that you can see. Hope that you can see it well. So there are two clauses. The first one is independent clause, and the second one is dependent clause. While for the dependent clause, there are three. Excuse me, this is clause. Well, for the dependent clause, there are three. Let me change it. There are adverb clause, and then adjective clause, and noun clause. All right. Okay. Okay. I repeat once more, independent clauses ini adalah clause yang bisa berdiri sendiri tanpa membutuhkan clause yang lain untuk bisa memiliki makna atau mempunyai arti ya. Sementara jika dependent clauses ini adalah clause yang tidak bisa berdiri sendiri ya. Dia tidak bisa berdiri sendiri dan dia harus disandingkan atau join dengan clause yang lain untuk bisa memberikan arti yang bisa dimengerti oleh orang lain. Oke, untuk adverb clause, for the adverb clause here, di sini kita bisa menggunakan subordinating conjunctions ya. Alright, let me see here. We can use subordinating conjunctions like when, and then where, and then why, how long, how far. These are the examples that we use to connect the adverb clause with the main clause or independent clause. While for the adjective clause, we have subordinating conjunctions. There are three. Sometimes it often appears with three. Here is who, and then which, and also that. Who we use with for a person, to refer a person, while which to refer thing, and that we use to refer both person or thing. And then for the noun clause here, is sometimes followed by WH questions. WH question words. And then also be able to use that, whether, whether and if. All right, here. And I've got questions from Cahyaningrum. Sir, can you give me example for which and that? Which and that? This is for the adjective clause or for the noun clause? Okay. For the adjective clause, okay, thank you. For the adjective clause, the example using which and the example using that. Okay, going to write the examples over here. The mobile phone, which is on the table, is mine. Nah, di sini ya, menggunakan which ini untuk merefer kepada mobile phone. Oke. Okay. Oh, sorry. Right. Now the examples using that. The lady that came to my party last night sorry. Let me give you another examples for the using of which, guys. I have better example. The mobile phone which is new is mine. Right. Now the second example using that, the lady that was wearing hat last night was a witch. Here, you can use that for referring a person or thing atau benda ya. I hope this will answer Cahyaningrum request. So I already gave 2 examples. that use which and that. All right. Okay. Here, if you have any questions, you can chat me. Is there any questions that you want to ask? All right, sir, please give an example for the WH question word and please explain. Okay, let me, here we've got the WH question word for the noun clause. Hold on a second. All right, I hope that you got patient. Okay, what, when, where, and then you write why, and then who, and also how. Now, for example, here, I'm going to give example for the WH question word that uses the noun clause. Yeah, this request is here from tadi siapa ya? Oke, banyak sekali chatnya. I got a lot of chat here. Let me try to explain one by one. From Michael. Sorry, Mikkel or yeah, Mikkel Wahyu Ramadan. Right. Well, I'm going to give an example of two, yeah? Only two here. I'm going to write, let me have a second. I want to go to some books that, sorry, what you have read. Okay, let me change this. I want to go to books what you read yesterday. Yesterday. Okay. Here is examples of the noun clause that use the WH question word why. And another example, I tried to use when. I will go for holiday
when COVID-19 disappears. Right. This is the examples of W8 question words that use as non-clause. I give you two examples that using what and when. I hope that this will answer Mikkel's questions. Okay. Okay. From Siti Amalia, why you put comma on the statement when the conjunctions was bla 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 bisa dipakai who juga. Ya, karena the lady itu adalah person, jadi kita bisa menggunakan who. Tentunya pasti menggunakan who, tapi juga kita bisa juga untuk menggunakan that, karena that ini general, common ya. We can use that for person or thing. Okay. Would you explain me about modify verbs from Raden Arasi? Could you please ask more specific the questions, please? Jelaskan sedikit aja tentang modify verb itu apa. Can you repeat please, sir? Tadi jaringan saya agak terganggu. Yes. Untuk Siti Amalia tadi yang dimaksudkan mungkin yang ini ya, yang adjective clause ya. Yang seperti yang dicontohkan ini, Maria, who is in my class, drinks coffee every day. Yeah. Different from the adverb clause and the noun clause, while this we will need the comma. We will need to write the comma when the adjective clause is explaining the subject. And there are two commas here. There are two commas. It's going to be different when we write the adjective clause at the back. I'm going to give you an example. Hold on a second, guys. Tadi Maria ya. I'm going to write over here untuk Maria tadi ya. Okay. I know the man who stole your money. Nah, ketika kasusnya adjective clause-nya ini ada di belakang, then we do not need any comma. Okay? Oke, yang berikutnya adalah dari Raden Narasi. Jelasin sedikit saya tentang modify verb itu apa. I'm a little bit confused with the question actually. Apakah yang dimaksudnya itu adalah adverb? Karena adverb itu adalah sesuatu yang memodify verb atau yang lain ya. I'm a little bit confused with the modify verb. From which part of the book that you find the modify verb, Raden Arasi? Maybe I can explain it to you when I read the ebook, or when you tell me which part. Here. Okay. Oh, yes, you're welcome. Di bagian adverb clause ini, let me see. Oh, you mean here adverb clauses function as adverbs and modify the verbs adjective or other adverbs in an independent clause. Ya, jadi kalau adverb clauses itu maksudnya adalah modify verbs ini, dia itu menjelaskan verbs-nya. Ya, jadi dia berusaha untuk menjelaskan verb-nya. Kalau di sini ini tidak ada contoh yang menjelaskannya. Let me try to give you an example tentang modify verbs itu ya. Jadi maksudnya itu adverb clause itu berfungsi sebagai adverb atau kata keterangan ya, atau dia itu menjelaskan atau menerangkan tentang verb atau kata kerjanya, tentang adjective, atau tentang adverb yang lain dalam independent clause atau main clause. Jadi itu. Let me try to give you an example ya, Mikkel ya. Adverb clause. Okay. I'm going to switch to the Microsoft Word for example moment. Jadi saya tegaskan lagi untuk semuanya juga mungkin ya. Jadi untuk adverb clause itu tadi bisa untuk memodify, atau modify di sini maksudnya adalah describe ya, menjelaskan atau mendeskripsikan tentang verbnya, adverb atau adjective. Oke. Let me Let me think one sentence that I can write here as the examples of the adverb clause that modify verbs ya. Jadi satu contoh adverb clause di sini yang memodify verbs. Mungkin di sini saya bisa tuliskan example adalah modify verb seperti ini ya. Oke. Hold a second. Hold on, guys. Okay. Here I give you an examples of adverb clause that modify the verbs here. He always screams whenever he sees snake. Jadi di sini, whenever he sees snake, ini adalah memodify scream-nya. Jadi kapan dia scream itu ketika dia melihat ular. Jadi seperti itu ya. Tadi dari Raden Arasi. I hope that this will answer the questions, answering your questions, and I hope that you get better understanding about it. Okay, guys. Okay, you're welcome. Siti Amalia, masih ada questions di sini di kalimat. Oke, di kalimat ketiga, sir, yang dimaksud di kalimat ketiga itu yang ada di ebook ya. Let me switch to the ebook once more. Okay. Do you mean here? Apakah yang dimaksud itu di sini? Bukan, sir. Itu tadi pertanyaan yang modify. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes. Alright. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Siti Amalia. Okay. Thank you. Well, guys, let's now discuss about the about this? Right. The connectors ya. We are going to talk about connectors yang menghubungkan dua dependent clause atau independent clause ya. I hope that we are not running out of the time. So I'm going to make it fast to you. The first one is subordinating conjunctions, atau juga bisa disebut dengan subordinators. Are words at the beginning of the dependent clause and are used to connect an independent clause and a dependent clause. Examples, after I ate lunch, I went to the movies. Jadi I went to the movies di sini adalah independent clause-nya. After I ate lunch di sini adalah dependent clause-nya. Ya, jadi menggunakan subordinators-nya after di sini. Oke, juga bisa ditaruh di belakang, tapi tidak membutuhkan koma lagi. I went to the movie after I ate lunch. Seperti itu. Kemudian juga ada if, ya. If I walk more than 6 miles at one time, my feet are always sore. Kalau saya berjalan 6 kilo, langsung kaki saya selalu sakit. Yes. Oke, di sini ada listnya ya. Right. Here is the list that you can use to connect an independent clause and dependent clause. Ya, ada banyak sekali di sini. I hope that you all understand. Di sini ada yang menunjukkan waktu, menunjukkan tempat, menunjukkan cara, ya, as if, as though, menunjukkan alasannya. Di sini since, di sini mungkin beberapa ada yang belum tahu. Di sini artinya bisa sejak atau juga bisa karena ya. Since, the word since here can be two meaning, bisa diartikan sebagai karena atau juga sejak. Purpose here, tujuan, yang menjelaskan tujuan. Kemudian juga ada conjunction di sini, contrast, distance, and result. Ya, oke. Yang kedua adalah coordinating conjunction. Juga bisa disebut dengan coordinators yang digunakan untuk menghubungkan dua independent clause. Saya ulangi lagi, dua independent clause. Jadi ada dua independent clause, ini dihubungkan dengan coordinators atau coordinating conjunctions. Here is the example. Mr. Lee was already extremely tired, but he continued working until well after midnight. Jadi di sini ini adalah dua independent clause ya. Mereka bisa berdiri sendiri. Mereka bisa kita pisah menjadi dua sentences, menjadi dua clauses. Mr. Lee was already extremely tired. Itu sudah menunjukkan sebuah makna. Kemudian juga kalimat satunya, he continued working until well after midnight. Dia melanjutkan untuk bekerja sampai tengah malam. Itu juga sudah bisa menunjukkan makna. Maka kita gunakan coordinators untuk menghubungkan dua independent clauses. Right. Yang berikutnya di sini, oh ya, here are the list of the coordinating conjunctives or coordinators ya. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Bisa juga disingkat dengan fanboys ya. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Okay. Now let's move to correlative conjunctions. Yang correlative conjunctions di sini terdiri dari dua kata dan mereka tidak berdiri sendiri. Contohnya adalah both and, not only but also, either or, neither nor. Look at the examples. The Democratic Party in America is committed to higher taxes for both big businesses and the wealthy. Both and. Cheetah are not only fast but also powerful. Cheetah itu tidak hanya cepat tapi juga kuat. Nah, seperti itu penggunaannya. Dan yang terakhir adalah conjunctive adverbs seperti besides, however, indeed. Sama halnya dengan coordinating conjunctions atau coordinators, ya, digunakan untuk menghubungkan dua independent clauses, ya. Namun perbedaannya di sini adalah di sini. However, do not join two independent clauses into a single grammatical unit. Ya, seperti yang dilakukan oleh coordinating conjunctions atau coordinators. They merely show the relationship between the two clauses. Jadi ada dua hubungan, ya. Ada semacam sebab akibatnya di sini. Kalau kita lihat contohnya, economic vehicles are widely available in the United States. However, many Americans still prefer gas-guzzling luxury cars. Nah, di sini menunjukkan apa namanya, sebab akibatnya ya. In the sentence above, however, does not join the two clauses into a grammatical unit. It just shows how the two clauses are related. Jadi menunjukkan saling keterkaitan atau berhubungan. Because a conjunctive adverbs do not bind clauses together as coordinating conjunctions do, they can be moved around. Look at the examples. Okay. Contohnya di sini adalah the Smith had planned on going on a picnic. However, a sudden thunderstorm forced them to cancel the outing. The Smith had planned on going on a picnic. A sudden thunderstorm forced them to cancel the outing, however. Nah, di situ ya. So, if you compare the two sentences here, however here can be placed at the middle or at the end. Okay, let's take a look at the other examples. Economic vehicles are widely available in the United States, but many Americans still prefer gas-guzzling luxury cars. And satu lagi, economic vehicles are widely available in the United States. Many Americans still prefer gas-guzzling luxury cars, but, nah, di sini ya perbedaannya. The sentence above demonstrates that but binds the two clauses into a grammatical unit, which does not allow the movement of the coordinating conjunctions to other places in the sentence. Jadi, tidak boleh dipindah tempatnya. Tidak boleh dipindah tempatnya ya. Oke. Kalau yang coordinating conjunctions tadi bisa di belakang. Oke. But here we cannot move at the end of the sentence. Conjunctive adverbs are always placed between two independent clauses. Jadi ditempatkan di tengah. Tapi yang harus jadi catatan adalah note the punctuations used with the conjunctive adverbs. A semicolon separates the two independent clauses, and a comma follows the conjunctive adverbs if it is between the clauses, or a period if at the end of the sentence. Jadi ada semicolonnya di sini, titik komanya ya, seperti yang saya lingkar di sini. Di sini ada titik komanya di sini, ada semicolon. Kemudian juga setelah conjunctive adverbs-nya kita berikan koma. Nah, seperti itu ya. Okay, here are the list of the conjunctive adverbs. Accordingly, furthermore, in contrast, meanwhile, on the other hand, besides, hence, indeed, moreover, otherwise, consequently, however, instead, nevertheless, therefore, for example, in addition, likewise, nonetheless, and thus. Okay. Bila tidak mengerti artinya, maknanya, you can check your dictionary, okay? Right. Here, is there any questions, guys? If you have any questions, you can ask me. But I hope that, because the time is running so fast, it will be 35 minutes left. I hope that you're going to move to the type of sentences. So I would like to make a summary here. Okay. Let me check for the Microsoft Word page. All right. There are 4 kinds of connectors. subordinating conjunction, and then coordinating conjunctions, and then correlative conjunction, and the last is the conjunctive adverbs. Conjunctive adverbs. Okay. Berarti kalau yang conjunctive adverbs itu hubungan sebab akibat ya, Sa. Tidak selalu sebab akibat, dalam artian ada keterkaitan. Ketika terjadi sesuatu A, maka kemudian diikuti oleh sesuatu B. Jadi ada keterkaitan ya. Seperti itu. So, apa ada conjunctive adverb lainnya selain yang dicontohkan? Conjunctive, excuse me. I think he's quite complete one, ya. Di sini listnya di sini sudah, menurut saya sudah cukup lengkap ya. Let me try to remember. I think this is complete one, and not people try to use all of this, okay? Karena biasanya untuk pemula, untuk writing pemula, mereka sangat sedikit sekali dalam menggunakan ini. Tetapi ini adalah list yang cukup lengkap menurut saya. Cukup lengkap ya. Dan bisa digunakan untuk writing. Jadi untuk esensi atau estetikanya tulisan kita menjadi lebih bagus. Itu yang saya temukan. Kalau kita memodify sentence kita itu tidak sentence yang biasa. Yang berikutnya nanti kita akan membahas tentang beberapa contoh sentences ya. Sir, apa ada conjunctive adverb lainnya selain yang dicontoh? Sudah. Kemudian, tadi ada satu lagi yang tanya ya, apakah ada contoh lain gitu ya? Tapi sudah dihapus sepertinya. Oke, it's okay. Right. I'm going to continue for the type of sentences. The first one is simple sentence, which contain subject and verb. Ya, ini jadi sangat penting sekali dalam sebuah sentence itu untuk terdiri dari subject dan verb. Dan sangat sering sekali untuk para penulis biasanya itu lupa atau mungkin tidak fokus untuk mencantumkan subject atau verb-nya. Ya, contohnya di sini ya, a tornado is a destructive force in nature. Ini terdiri dari satu subjek dan verb. Kebetulan untuk verb-nya sendiri di sini adalah is di sini ya. Ini sebagai pembantu verb ya. Tornado ini sebagai subjeknya. Bicycles are a great way to travel short distance. Sepeda adalah cara yang bagus untuk bepergian jarak dekat. Jadi di sini subjeknya bicycles and verb-nya adalah are di sini ya. Oke. Do you write the sentences here? Do you try on your own at home? I hope that you do. Tapi nanti bukan itu yang saya minta. Nanti randomly I will choose some of you to give us examples ya, untuk memberikan kita contoh dari beberapa contoh kalimat ini sehingga nanti kita berlatih untuk menulis ya. Oke. Number 2 is compound sentence. Nah, compound sentence ini adalah gabungan dari dua independent clause. Consists of two or more independent clauses joined together. The independent clauses can be joined together in one of three ways. With the coordinating conjunctions, seperti tadi yang saya sebutkan, with conjunctive adverbs, atau with a semicolon, dengan titik koma ya. Tapi saya akan membahas yang menggunakan semicolon di sini. Nah, di sini ya. Jadi ada independent clause, kemudian ada semicolon, kemudian lagi ada independent clause. My older sister is a teacher. My youngest is a lawyer. Nah, di sini bisa dua kalimat independen terhubung dengan semicolon seperti ini. Jadi ketika nanti you guys see sentences like this with a semicolon, I hope that you won't get confused. Jadi semoga tidak bingung kalau menjumpai ada sentence dengan semicolon seperti ini ya. Russia was the first country to put a man into space. The United States was second. Jadi Rusia adalah negara pertama yang bisa mengirim manusia keluar angkasa dan Amerika adalah yang kedua. Oke, I hope that this is quite clear for you. Jadi compound sentence adalah gabungan dari dua atau lebih independent clauses. Right. Let's take a look at the next one. Saya bahas dulu ya. The next one, complex sentence sekarang. Nah, complex sentence ini adalah consists of one independent clause and one or more dependent clause. Ya. The most important idea of the sentence is place in the independent clause, and the least important idea is placed in the dependent clause. Jadi yang ketika ada topik utama, maka kita tuliskan sebagai independent clause-nya, tapi ketika sesuatu itu informasi tambahan, maka kita tulis sebagai dependent clause. Complex sentence with adverb clause. Here is the examples. Although winters in Colorado can be extremely cold, if you like the sky, it is the best place to be. Nah, di sini ya. If you like the sky here adalah adverb clause di sini ya. Kemudian kalau adjective clause, ostriches are a very large bird which are found in America and Australia and are known for sticking their heads in the sand. Nah, here are the examples ya yang menggunakan adjective clause. Jadi complex sentence-nya di sini adalah independent clause, ostriches are very large bird, and then the dependent clauses, which are found in America, in Africa, and Australia. I think I got charts here. Let me check first. Sir, ini share screen-nya nggak diganti ke bagian modul? Screen-nya, sir. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, sorry. Thank you. Okay, thank you for reminding me. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot to change the screen. Right. Now, the complex sentence with non-clause. With non-clause, yeah? It makes no difference whichever way you go, you will still get there. Nah, whichever you go here functions as a non-clause, ya. Ini adalah dependent clause. It makes no difference. Ini adalah independent clause-nya. Okay. Right. Now I think we've got to move at the last one. Yang terakhir di sini adalah compound complex sentence. Consists of two or more independent clauses and one or more dependent clauses. Jadi independent clauses-nya ada lebih dari satu, kemudian juga diikuti oleh dependent clause ya. It is a combination of a compound sentence and complex sentence. Jadi kalau compound complex di sini adalah gabungan dari compound dan complex ya. A complex sentence joined to another sentence with coordinating conjunctions or conjunctive adverbs. Compound complex sentences can be difficult and confusing to punctuate. Ya, kadang-kadang karena kalimatnya begitu kompleks, jadi kemudian lebih susah. Tapi tidak apa, kita akan belajar untuk mengidentifikasi ya. The compound part of the sentence is punctuated like a compound sentence with a semicolon and comma, sentence 1, or with a comma before coordinating that connects two clauses in sentence 2. The complex part of the sentence is punctuated like a complex sentence. A comma follows a dependent adverb clause, but no commas are used with non-clause. Ya, kalau non-clause-nya tidak menggunakan koma. Kita lihat contoh yang kedua, mungkin bagi beberapa lebih mudah ya. Alan always wanted to pursue a career in medicine, but because he lacked the financial resources, he decided to become an engineer instead. Di sini kita lihat tanda bacanya. Try to check the punctuations. Alan always wanted to pursue a career in medicine, comma, but because he lacked the financial resources, comma, he decided to become an engineer instead. Oke, tidak apa-apa, kita hanya mengidentifikasi untuk di awal bagaimana kalimat ini dibentuk. Yang selanjutnya, I want you guys to write sentences. Di sini ada beberapa exercises yang sangat challenging ya. Ketika mau dikerjakan silahkan. This is very challenging. Nah, kemudian nanti untuk yang terakhir di sini saya akan meminta untuk saya akan membahas ini ya, common problems-nya. But now I'm going to choose some of you guys to write sentence, okay? To write sentence. Start from di sini ya. Jadi kita akan mulai untuk menulis sentence dari yang paling awal yaitu simple sentence. Nah, okay, let me try to scroll it faster. A simple sentence. All right. Guys, now I challenge you. Who wants to write? Please write on the chat. Every one of you, I challenge you to write something on the chat. Yeah, come on. A sentence which, a simple sentence which consists only subject and verb. All right. Now, guys, I challenge you to write something on the chat. I give you half minutes. Or if nobody try to write, then I will choose some of you to write something in the chat, okay? And we discuss together the sentence that you already write. Half a minute, please. Come on, somebody please write on the chat. I'm still waiting. Or me, myself, I will choose you. Let's have an online interactions, a positive online interactions between me and you. We are learning together. It is not me who is smarter, but let's have sharing what you have already learned. I'm still waiting for the sentence. Some of you guys, please write on the screen. Oh, sorry, write in the chat. I'll be waiting. Half more minute. Ah, nice. I got a lot of sentences here. Thank you. Annie sings beautifully in my birthday party. Perfect. This is a perfect, simple sentence that you made. Yeah. The subject and verb agreements also works here. Annie sings. Good. She works in the company at Street Sudirman number 35. Okay, this is also good. Perfect one. Yeah, she works. She as a subject and works as the verb. And the subject and verb agreement-nya juga benar. Jadi ketika kita menggunakan she, he, or it, we need to put s following the verb. Good. But I think we can just switch Sudirman here, the street here at the at at the back of Sudirman, yeah? So I think at Sudirman Street, number 75. Okay, thank you, Augustine, and Novita, thank you. Now from Anissa, orange is a fruit which contains vitamin C. Okay, this is good, very good. With adjective clause, yeah, that modify the orange here, yaitu orange adalah buah yang mengandung vitamin C. Yes, that was right. Orange is subject and is the verb. But one thing, the word contain here, di sini ditambah dengan s ya. Di sini ditambah dengan s menjadi contains karena di sini menjelaskan orange. Orange-nya singular. Jadi contains ya. Good. SARS-CoV-2 is one of coronavirus family. Good. Perfect from Siti Amalia. Thank you. SARS-CoV-2 adalah sebagai subjeknya, is di sini adalah sebagai verbnya. Good job. From Seth Hazibuan. Sugar and flour are needed for the recipe. Good job. That was a very good sentence. Okay. Without choosing some of you guys, you already be the volunteers to write examples of simple sentence on the chat. And your sentences are really perfect. It's really good. How about moving to acquire a more difficult one? It's the compound sentences. Now I challenge you to try the thing in half a minute, a compound sentence, okay? Right, I'll be waiting for the compound sentence that you can write on the chart. Go on. Half a minute or running. You can use, or you can try to write the sentences from the exercise that you have already done before. That will be acceptable. That will be fine. I'm still waiting for the chart. I see no chart at all. Come on, guys. Thank you for Ananda Novita. Thank you for Augustine. Thank you for Anissa Galia. Thank you for Siti Amalia. And thank you for Zed Hasibuan. Come on, the others. Come on, guys. Don't waste the time. Time is running. Let's have the online interactions. Good, Anissa Galia, thank you. Cabai is a fruit, timir is a fruit, which contains vitamin C, but the taste is very spicy. Do you mean it is chili? Or, yeah, it might be chili, yeah. But guys, is it chili a fruit or something else? Because I never heard that cabai is a fruit. Okay. Well, I see a lot of chat here. Wow, thank you. You guys are very good. The compound sentence. Okay, Alisa Galia, this is grammatically correct. It's very good, yeah? The taste is very spicy. Contains vitamin C, but the taste is very spicy. For your information, guys, if you need a high vitamin C, it is not only in fruits like orange or something which is and other fruits, I mean, but chili has a very high vitamin C contaminant. Just trust me. Yeah, thank you. The Elliots decided to cancel their vacations plan of driving to Florida since the price of the gasoline went up 40 cents a gallon. Yes, very good. Thank you, Anissa Rizky. Yeah, we've got the word since here. Yeah, good job. This is very good sentence. Thank you. And from Siti Amalia, Alec wants to go to the villa tomorrow, but his mother wants to go there today. Good. Menunjukkan dua ide yang berbeda. So we use but. Good job, ya. Okay, thank you Siti Amalia. Okay, master typo is okay, ya. Let me check. Okay. Rina is very popular, but she has a few friends. Good job. The sentences are correct. Thank you. Ananda Navita, yeah? I think. Yes, Ananda Navita. Thank you. From Raden Arasi, I need to go to the store, but I'm feeling too sick to drive. Good. Perfect sentences. Thank you. Thank you, Raden Arasi. Siti Amalia again, already. Anissa Rizky, sorry saya tadi jawaban saya buat yang complex sentence, bukan compound sentence. Anissa Rizky. Excuse me, Anita Rizky. Yes. Yeah. Since the price of gasoline went up 40 cents a gallon, ya. Di sini the sentence of since the price of gasoline went up 40 cents a gallon di sini menunjukkan dependent clause, ya. So this is the examples of complex sentence. Yes, thank you to remind me, Anissa Rizky. Okay, I'm sorry that I do not explain this as a complex sentence. Yeah, this is the complex sentence. I mean, this is not a compound one because here we found the dependent clause. Yeah, since the price of gasoline went up 40 cents a gallon. Yeah, good. Thank you. Okay, guys, because time is going to be over very soon. Now I'm going to discuss with you about the common writing problems that most of people make during the writing. Okay. For the first one, I'm not going to switch to the material or ebook. I'm going to write down here. I hope you don't mind because we need to make it faster. Right. We've got the sentence fragment for the first one here. The sentence fragments here means that you forgot to put the subject or the object for the sentence. And the examples, you can read the ebook, yeah? I'm going to make it fast by writing over here. And the second one that some people made a mistake in writing is the choppy sentence. Which means that the sentences are too short, because a short sentence can make the reader get tired to read. So it is better to make longer sentences. I hope that the example on the ebook will help you much to understand this problem, yeah? Right, let's move to number 3. It is a stringy sentence. Stringy sentences. Right, stringy sentences here is that people try to write something which is very long, and people who try to read it, they lost on focusing what idea the sentences expresses. So it is better to write sentence not too short or not too long. Yeah, the idea is that, the main point is that the idea of our sentence, the main idea of our sentence is delivered to the reader. Jadi, makna dari kalimat itu, idenya, ide pokok dari sebuah kalimat yang kita tulis itu tersampaikan kepada reader. So it should not be too short or too long. Yeah. The next is run-on sentences. Jadi di sini juga sering, mungkin ketika kita dulu masih sekolah di sekolah dasar ya, sering sekali anak SD menuliskan kalimat yang tidak memiliki tanda baca sehingga membuat reader itu menjadi bingung, ya. Atau ketika mereka membaca juga pun tidak memperhatikan tanda baca. I hope that you will ignore this kind of problem when you try to write something. Okay, so please put punctuations correctly so that the reader will understand what we are writing. And the next is the comma splice. Right. The comma splice here is the conditions where we put the wrong place for a comma, yeah? If a comma is used to separate two independent clauses, a coordinating conjunction must also be included. Ya, ketika kita menuliskan dua independent clause, kemudian kita berikan koma di situ, maka itu tidak benar. Yang benar adalah menggunakan semicolon. Jadi kalau tidak ada coordinating conjunctions-nya, tidak ada coordinators-nya, maka kita menggunakan semicolon atau titik koma ya. Bukan hanya koma saja, tapi menggunakan titik koma. Tetapi kalau kita ingin menggunakan koma, maka kita harus membubuhkan coordinating conjunctions yang tadi kita sudah membahas. Okay? Right. I think that are the things that I would like to discuss with you guys. The rest of the material, I hope that you can read and understand from the ebook that you already got from the office, from the administration. And if you have any questions more about the topic today, then you can chat on the WhatsApp group, I guess, the Q&A group, yeah. And I'm trying to answer all of the questions that you deliver to us. Well,
If you still have any questions, then you can write it on the WhatsApp group, and I'll be waiting for that. And I think that's all for the day. That is the end of the day. Thank you very much for your participations, for your interactions. That will be so much great of you guys. Thank you. And see you for the last 2 meetings. I think 3 meetings. See you at the last 3 meetings on Monday. Yeah. Thank you. Once more, I say thank you. Keep on studying. Stay at home. Stay healthy. And do not forget to consume enough vitamins. Consume healthy food. And keep your positive energy. Keep your positive thought. Keep your positive mind. That make you strong and healthy. Thank you so much for the day. I call it the day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning.